And Joe, speaking of playing chess, a lot of people think Andre Ward's gonna have to play chess in November when he fights Sergey Kovalev. Everybody I talk to, they say it's a 50-50 fight. I don't get too many definitive answers on that fight. More people lean towards Ward, but how do you see that fight, Joe? I mean, it just seems like such a big fight.
More people lean towards Ward because he hasn't been beaten since he's been like 12 years old. Okay, and he's up there in the 30s now. Here's the problem I have with, the Ward situation, because if I'm not mistaken, he'd be moving up in weight, correct?
Yeah, he moved up. He's fought 2 fights at 175.
Okay, right. So he's moved up to 75. Andre is a tremendous technician in the ring. He does lack a little power. He has not been knocking guys out at 68. He hasn't been fighting much, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But I don't know when his last knockout was. Must have been a few years back, see?
Yeah.
And Kovalev is a knockout puncher. He's a legit 75-pounder. And he's very strong, and he's pretty efficient in the ring, and he's pretty athletic in the ring, and he's got good combinations. Now I know, it's all about being prepared, and if he's prepared 110%, and I mean Kovalev, and he has the right game plan, I think he can make it a hard night for Andre. Because how's Andre going to stop this guy? And Andre's, he works the left hand a lot. He had that surgery on his right shoulder, so that's a diminished, effect on the right hand. But he's so slick, inside, outside, that he can make you look like a fool if he's in tip-top shape. But, that's one thing. Defensively, he's brilliant. Offensively, he's very sneaky. But it's how do you keep a monster like Kovalev off you? It's just being a good slip artist and, outmaneuvering him, is not going to cut it. You've got to do some damage to the guy. I don't know how much damage he could do to Kovalev at 74. But conversely, I think Kovalev could probably do some damage if he connects. I think he's, without a doubt, the better puncher in there. He may not be the better athlete, but that'll only take you so far as well. So if I were to be picking somebody, push came to shove, I'd probably favor Kovalev a little bit because he'll be the aggressor. And, in boxing, in professional boxing, effective aggressiveness is one of the keys in judging. So I think he should have that going in his favor. And then, one punch in pro boxing that hurts a guy, you can tap a guy for 3 minutes and one good punch from the opponent wins you the round. So, these are all things that Kovalev is capable of doing. Putting pressure on, whether it's effective or not, that's another story. Harder puncher, the more effective puncher. So I think he's got those 2 big advantages. And we've already discussed, Andre's. So again, one offsets the other and vice versa. And that's the great thing about boxing. It's hard to pin down who's really going to win a fight like this. But I guess if I had to pick somebody, I'd probably not very willingly pick Kovalev because of the size, the amount of time he's been at 75. What he's done to his opponents at 75, he's blasted them. And he's been fighting more regularly. Andre's probably only had a couple of fights in the past, 3 years?
Yeah, 3-4 years.
Yeah, that works against you. So I know he had a couple of tune-ups, but that may not be enough to cut it. But then again, don't ever underestimate a guy like Andre Ward, because they're winners, they're hard to beat, and he's a tremendous athlete. So begrudgingly, I'm going to give a little favoritism towards Kovalev.
It's a great breakdown, Joe.